If you're moving to Canada with kids and want to understand what a snow day and a bus cancellation actually means for school and work, this one's for you. It's the last Friday of November, and although we've already had one early snowfall, today is our first official snow day. I woke up to this notification saying both my daughter's AM and PM runs, basically the buses to and from school, were cancelled, and thus officially a snow day is declared.
Okay, let's clear this snow.
Now, if you're new to Canada, especially from the UK, this is a totally different system. One, we don't get too much snow back home. I grew up in Scotland and I just really don't remember having many snow days.
The snow is so heavy, I can barely shovel it.
And two, we're not used to a formal busing system. So let me quickly explain how it works here. In most regions across Canada, kids qualify for a school bus if they live outside a certain distance from their school. The typical thresholds are 1.6 kilometers or more for elementary students and 3.2 kilometers or more for secondary students. These numbers vary by board, so if you're planning a move, always check your local policy. Even though busing is provided, you actually have to apply for it. You can opt in for the morning run, afternoon run, both of them, or none of them. When we chose the girls' schools, we applied straight away and it took about a week to get approved. Once you're in the system, transportation assigns you a bus number and a pickup point. And here's the part people don't realize. The bus will not always stop right outside your house. Even if one goes down your street, assigned stops are usually somewhere between 400 meters and 1.2 kilometers away, and for some high school routes, up to 1.6 kilometers. In our neighborhood, we actually have multiple school buses. One even stops right outside our door, but that's not the one assigned to my daughter, even though that bus goes to her school.
This snow is so heavy. Oh my goodness. We have 2 snow blowers and we just need a part for the one that we mainly use. So we're going to definitely get that this weekend so that the next day, snow day, is going to be easy peasy.
Because they registered a bit later in the year, that bus was full, so their stop is actually only just a few minutes away, which is completely normal. Now, how does a cancellation get decided? So early every morning, usually between 5 and 6 a.m., the school board or the transportation provider checks the weather, road conditions, visibility, and the state of roads, and whether bus routes are safe to drive. If they determine it's unsafe, whether that's due to ice, heavy snow, drifting, or poor visibility, they cancel all school transportation for the day. And that brings us back to this morning. When buses are cancelled, it simply means the buses aren't running, but schools may stay open. Teachers likely still go in, and families who live close enough who can walk to school may still attend. So Ontario's decided it's up to parental discretion whether they want to bring in their kids to school on a day that their busing is cancelled. Because I work from home and my job is flexible, I don't take a day off, I just adjust my day around the girls. And because we run a snow business, or we did, ours is currently paused this season, we already know how dangerous roads can get when it's icy. So we always knew that we would keep our kids home if buses were cancelled. Our school district has an app where you report absences, so although the buses were cancelled, I still had to log in and show the kids as absent and choose the option school bus cancellation as the reason. That way it doesn't show up as an unexplained absence. Now, work-wise, what do? Your kids are at home, but you might still need to work. And that's the fact that many workplaces still expect you to come in unless conditions are truly severe. Mark works just 8 minutes away by car, but with the road conditions, driving wasn't worth the risk. We already had 2 cars stuck on our road. One couldn't even make it down the road, and the second one couldn't even make it out of its driveway, which is why we bought a car with all-wheel drive. But instead of dealing with all that and adding to the chaos, Mark decided to bike. It actually took him 17 minutes, and he does bike often to and from work on some days, and it's very on brand for him being a Dutch guy. I think he was born with a bike. And that's basically how a Canadian snow day works. Buses cancelled, schools are open, parents making the call, and work expectations just depends on your job and your flexibility. Now, my SD card got full here, so thanks for joining me while I shovel the driveway and talk through all of this. I hope it helps you picture what life here really looks like if you're planning the move. See you in the next one.
Oh my goodness. I forgot how hard clearing a driveway is. I need to kind of clean up the edges. We would never leave a client's thing like this, but I might just leave it because I just want to, no, let me clean it up. I remember why I never used to wear this winter jacket when I was clearing snow. I would just wear a hoodie and a raincoat. That used to help me stay nice and cool because this is hard work. Oh Lord.